Long ago, in the halls of Asgard and across the 9 realms, the gods lived in light and order. Yet whispers of a distant time spoke of change. This time was called Ragnarök, the twilight of the gods, a moment when the worlds would tremble and old balances would shift. Though the prophecy tells of endings, it is also a story of renewal, of cycles, and of the quiet patience that carries life through even the greatest storms. The signs of Ragnarök began slowly. Winters grew longer and harsher, and the wind carried whispers across the realms. The sun and moon danced nervously in the sky, as though sensing the tides of fate. Even in these moments the gods did not rush, for they knew that the cycle of the world moved with its own rhythm, gentle and inevitable. In Asgard, the golden halls were filled with quiet reflection. Odin, the All-Father, looked deeply into the well of Mimir, seeing glimpses of the coming twilight, yet finding wisdom and calm in knowing that endings are part of the great design. Thor, the mighty thunderer, felt the distant tremors, preparing not with fear but with steady resolve. Baldur's light, though lost in earlier events, still lingered in memory, a reminder that beauty and warmth endure even through shadow. The realms themselves seemed to breathe slowly, aware of the approaching change. Muspelheim glowed softly in distant fire. Niflheim shimmered with frost, and Yggdrasil swayed gently, its leaves whispering of balance and connection. Though Ragnarök would bring upheaval, the world tree remained, holding the realms together, patient and enduring, a quiet anchor amidst the winds of fate. The creatures of myth stirred as well. The great serpent Jörmungandr moved beneath the waters, its vast body rippling with calm purpose. Fenrir, the mighty wolf, padded quietly through the forests and plains, his presence immense yet not chaotic. Even Loki, the ever-trickster, waited in shadow, aware that the world was preparing for a great change, one that would test gods, giants, and mortals alike. And so the story of Ragnarök begins, not with panic or fear, but with a gentle awareness, a slow unfolding of events that have been written into the very fabric of the 9 realms. It is a tale of endings, yes, but also of patience, reflection, and the quiet strength that carries all things forward, even through twilight. As the days passed, the signs of Ragnarök became more visible, yet there was no rush, only a gentle unfolding. The sun and moon were swallowed by shadow, the stars dimmed, and the earth trembled softly as if the 9 realms themselves were taking a deep, measured breath. The gods prepared quietly, each aware of their role in the great cycle. Thor took up Mjolnir, his hammer, ready to protect the realms, yet he did so with steady resolve, not haste. Odin, seated by Mimir's well, drew wisdom from its waters, understanding that even the greatest endings carry the seeds of new beginnings. Frigg and the other goddesses moved through Asgard, guiding mortals and offering calm reassurance that light endures even when darkness seems near. Creatures of legend gathered, moving in their appointed paths. Jörmungandr, the serpent, coiled silently in the ocean, its immense form creating waves that whispered against the shores of Midgard. Fenrir, the great wolf, padded through forests and plains with a measured, patient strength. Even Loki, the trickster, moved with subtlety, knowing that his mischief was part of the greater pattern, neither entirely good nor evil, but necessary for the unfolding of fate. The realms themselves shifted softly. Fires in Muspelheim glowed warmer, casting a gentle light across distant skies. Niflheim's frost reflected it, shimmering quietly. The branches of Yggdrasil swayed, connecting all the worlds with a calm, steady rhythm. Even in moments of change, the tree remained, a reminder that endings are never absolute and that the cycles of life and renewal continue beyond what we see. In the midst of this gentle upheaval, the gods face the inevitable events of Ragnarök with calm hearts. Battles would come, forces would meet, yet the story is not one of panic or terror. It is a tale of balance, of endings and beginnings intertwined. The nine realms, though tested, remain connected, and the light that Balder once carried, the wisdom of Odin, and the courage of Thor continue to ripple quietly through the cosmos. And so, as you listen, imagine the worlds breathing slowly, Yggdrasil swaying with grace, and the gods and creatures moving with gentle purpose. Even as endings approach, there is calm in the balance, a rhythm that carries all beings safely through the twilight of Ragnarök, preparing them for the dawn that will always follow. As the events of Ragnarök reached their quiet peak, the nine realms moved in a delicate rhythm. Thunder rumbled softly in distant mountains, the oceans rippled calmly, and the wind whispered through the leaves of Yggdrasil. Even in moments of upheaval, there was no chaos, only the steady unfolding of fate, measured and gentle. Thor faced the serpent Jormungandr, their encounter immense yet tranquil in this telling. Each strike and movement carried the weight of destiny, but there was no fear, only acceptance. Odin met the challenges before him with quiet wisdom, knowing that even the end of one cycle is a step toward the next. Every god, every creature moved with patience and purpose, their actions weaving together a tapestry of endings and beginnings. And when the battles settled, a gentle calm descended. The skies cleared softly, the fires of Muspelheim cooled into a warm glow, and the frost of Niflheim shimmered peacefully. Yggdrasil remained, its branches reaching high, its roots deep in the earth, holding the worlds in a quiet embrace. The nine realms, though touched by change, were connected still, cradled by the steady rhythm of the world tree. The memory of Balder, the courage of the gods, and the wisdom of Odin lingered in the hearts of all beings. Even as old forms passed, the light they carried flowed onward, like rivers gently tracing new paths through the realms. The cycle of life, death, and renewal continued, serene and constant, reminding all that every ending holds the seed of a beginning. As night fell across the nine realms, a gentle stillness spread. The branches of Yggdrasil swayed in a soft breeze, its leaves whispering the quiet song of balance. Creatures and gods alike found peace, resting in the calm after the tide of fate had passed. Even the winds and rivers seemed to hum gently, carrying a sense of renewal through every realm. The light of the new world began to glimmer faintly. From the ashes of what had been, fresh streams flowed, green forests arose, and soft sunlight began to shine once more across Midgard. Though Ragnarök marked an ending, it also marked a beginning. Life returned quietly and patiently, carrying with it the lessons, memories, and gentle strength of all that had come before. As you drift toward sleep, imagine the nine realms wrapped in this calm, the steady sway of Yggdrasil above and below, and the quiet presence of gods and creatures resting peacefully. Feel the soft rhythm of endings and beginnings, the gentle cycle that carries all life forward. Let your breath slow, your mind soften, and allow yourself to be cradled in the serene balance of the world. Sleep now, calm and safe, embraced by the quiet light of renewal, the steady watch of Yggdrasil, and the enduring rhythm of the nine realms. Good night.